What is up, everybody? This is O-Artistry, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Now, we have a few things that I'd like to basically cover in today's episode. Now, we've already got Nash, which is really cool, and I really appreciated all your support in watching the video. That was incredible. But there's a few things. First of all, we got this new box, so that's fantastic, because I've got 42 again, so we can go through all that, which is going to be perfect. But we've also got now the level 2000 raid boss, so if we go to missions, for example, we can get like some additional sleeves, some box chips, all that type of thing. As you can see, I've got Nash to level 15, and one of the reasons before we go into the pack opening is I wanted to talk about Nash specifically.
It feels like a long time since anybody called me by that name.
So, Shark has this really absolutely bonkers skill that I think we need to address, because I'm actually, for the PvP event, I'm gonna go for Nash. And the reason is this skill is absolutely insane. I thought the Jaden skills were absolutely nuts, but this is on a whole other scale. So you can only use this skill's second and third effects once per duel if your extra deck contains two different number 101 Xyz monsters and Chaos Xyz Barrier and Hope. So, the very first effect is that at the beginning of the duel, so this is without any of the other requirements, at the beginning of the duel, add 20 different Xyz monsters from your extra deck. So instead of like an extra deck of like 8, we get 20, which is mad. And then you can only normal summon or special summon fish monsters and Xyz monsters. So you can't use link monsters, you can't use things like Dragoon or anything like that. It's basically you can only summon and use fish monsters, and that's that. But then also, you can normal summon one monster during your main phase in addition to your normal summon set. That is also wild. You get 2 summons in one go, and that's without even special summoning anything, controlling anything. You can just summon 2 additional monsters on top of everything else and have an extra deck of 20. Now, if you meet the conditions of having 2 number 101 Xyz monsters and Barrier and Hope, you can reveal 1 level 5 fish monster from your hand and add up to 2 shark fish monsters, or 2 Xyz Revive Splash cards from your deck to your hand, and then you send 1 card from the hand to the graveyard, and then this can be used before your normal draw. Barrier and Battle Morph. Regain your true form. One of the cards from your normal draw will be the rank up magic, the 7th one from outside of your deck. And if you're wondering what that is, first of all, here's Revive Splash. So this is the trap card that it was talking about. So you can target 1 rank 4 lower Xyz monster in your graveyard. Summon it. Its attribute automatically becomes water, regardless of the other attributes. So you know that you've got Giant Hand, that becomes a water attribute. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Target 1 War Xyz monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck 1 War Xyz monster that's 1 rank higher than what you control, using it as a material, and this is treated as an Xyz summon. Transfer its materials to that summon, and you can only use Revive Splash once per duel. That's absolutely insane that it allows you to go up levels. But there's more, because there's rank up the 7th one. So to activate this card, you must draw it in your normal draw phase, reveal it, and it must be kept until the revealed start of your main phase 1. So the skill will automatically do that for you, because it'll be on the top of the deck, and then you will draw it. And then, you can special summon from your deck or graveyard 1 monster that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name, except for a Chaos Xyz monster. Then you can Xyz summon a Chaos Xyz monster with the same number as the first monster using its Xyz material, which is why you have like Giant Hand and then Giant Red Hand, for example, or Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon and then Neo Galaxy Eyes Typhon Dragon. So this is going to be absolutely insane. because you need 2 different copies of number 101 at the beginning of the duel. So I believe what we have when we first start off is we have Silent Honor Ark as a Chaos Xyz monster, and then if you pull an ultra rare of Silent Honored Ark, I think that meets the conditions. I think I'd have to get to level 20 to even figure that out. Now, in terms of the fish monsters, that's not even an issue, because if you look at even my shark deck, even now without any of the alterations, the only extra thing I would need is a 3rd copy realistically of Abyss Shark, and even then 2 is really solid. I would probably run 2 to 3 crystal sharks as well, since this is what we're mostly going with. Now, Tinglefish is a machine, so we can't use that, but Silent Angler is a fish which could be special summoned. Hammer Shark is also a fish monster. Shark Sticklers is one. So there's a lot of special summoning you can do. Yomi Ship isn't, but Double Fin and Spear Shark is. So there's so many options that you can choose. Even technically Rock Scales here, which is really funny, is a fish type monster. So yeah, if this card is special summoned, you can target a face up monster. So there's loads of options, and he's level 5. So there's so many options that you can do. And then obviously you can only exceed summon. So obviously Marincess and Mistar Boy can't give us those attack point boosts. But we can use anything else. It doesn't matter what we have here. We can basically just exceed summon any of these other dudes, which is absolutely like insane to me. And we're gonna then, because we have this full extra deck, right, of 9, and then we get an extra 20. We're gonna have 29 extra deck. It's ludicrous how massive that is gonna be. If I'm reading the skill right. With all that said, let's now do a box opening, because this is where this gets important. Because if we can pull basically 101, we are landed. We also get the 7th one and this Galaxy-ized Tachyon Primal. So this box was guaranteed to basically, they got Dream Car, we got Dream Shark, Surfacing Big Jaws. So this is a lot of stuff that we're getting around the whole deck, but we're getting punk stuff, which is really cool as an archetype, and it's mostly like psychic and things, but we're also getting Tachyon support. There's a lot of just really cool stuff. Obviously there's some reprints in here, which is kind of cool and interesting, but we've got a lot of stuff that we can do. Even Cypherine Driver, which I don't even own, is a reprint in here, which is crazy. So yeah, without any further ado, let's crack open this box. Now I believe this is a mini box. Yes, so this is a mini box, so we are at least guaranteed to pull 1 Silent Honor Arc. I would not be surprised if this hits a ban list. So we've got Divine Dragon Shadow Draglaxion, which is 2 level 8s, as our first. Dream Shark, so we've got 2 supers already. Some punk stuff that we got. Tachyon Cloud Dragon's a good ray. Pretty much just similar stuff there. Punk Dragon Drive, which is really cool because that was what we used in Mystery to Mastery, so that's a familiar face for us. There's a little bit of fish support as well. Cypherine Driver, another Dragon Drive, Moray of Avarice, so you can banish a face-up fish, Sea Serpent, or Aqua, draw 2 cards. Now remember, we have a normal summon in addition to our normal summon set, so we could just normal summon something, or special summon, get rid of Moray, use Moray, get some draws, There's a lot of options we can do, because it's not, we've got so many possibilities. And obviously you've got all these extra spells and traps that's just going to work for us. I believe I saw that we got, so we got Reincarnation of the 7th Emperors. So during damage calculation, so if one of your number exceeds monsters that was between 101 and 107 battles, you can banish a monster you control. And during the end phase of the turn you activate this card, special summon rank 3 or monster from your extra deck except a number, and then you inflict damage equal to half its attack. There was this Tachyon card. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere. Oh yeah, Seventh Eternity. So you can target another Xyz monster you control that has a number. And then you can either negate the effects of one monster your opponent controls, and then attack less than, or detach all materials of the targeted monster, special summon a number Xyz monster from your graveyard. Which is also bonkers. I believe there was something I got. There's white fish. So this is, you can target a fish monster in your graveyard and just add it back to your hand, which is just crazy. If this card you control is destroyed, you can target a fish monster in your. You can take it from your hand. It's special summon it. So that's pretty crazy. Whitefish salvage. That's pretty bonkers. That might even be a card worthy of adding. We'll have to wait and see there. But yeah, we've got options, because obviously it's going to give us 500 gems. So that was like a guaranteed pack. We've got Schwarzchild, Schwarzchild Infinity Dragon. Yeah, more punk support, which is nice for us. A lot of punk cards. I do like punk. It's definitely an interesting deck. It looks cool, and that's probably ready for the thing as well. Surfacing Big Jaws, another super rare. Now obviously we only get guaranteed one super rare in each pack. We've managed to get like what, 4 super rares? Like, yeah, so we've got now Surfacing Big Jaws. So if this card is used for the Xyz material for War Monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or 5 like everything else. So that's really good. During the main phase, if a spell card was activated this turn, you can special summon this card from the hand, and you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for Xyz monsters. If this card is normal special summon, you can add a fish shark monster from your deck to the hand. That is absolutely insane. And he is level 4 as well. So you can normal summon this in addition to the normal summon set, and like, yeah. So that's going to be a really solid monster that we're going to throw into the deck, and he has the 1800 attack points, so he's definitely a really good replacement. I think we can build something really special with this deck. I'm very confident in going into this PvP using Shock and this skill, if we can basically get there in time, which I think we have plenty of time to get to level 20. 7th Tachyon. I didn't even realize this was in the set. Do you remember when we pulled this in Mystery to Mastery? That was absolutely insane. Nathan owns this card, which is absolutely bonkers. It's quite an expensive card actually, so that's really cool that you can use that. We've got some more new trap cards here, and even more. One there for Battling Boxer, which is kind of cool. You know, I will take it. There we've got a fish monster, ironically, with 2 punk cards. Funny enough, you could super poly and summon that if your opponent was using punk. What I'm gonna do very quickly is let's just top up our set here, because we've got quite a few. We got reams and reams and reams and reams of gems, so we'll get there. As you can see, we've shot up all of a sudden out of nowhere. So we've pretty much caught up, so I can't use any of these other ones, but I've got another 500, and then we've got 5 8s. So we've got basically another 1050 gems, so I can literally get another 20 packs. Basically, another 20 packs is really good for us. Oh, that was a completely different thing. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so 20 packs. That's pretty doable. So what does that bring us up to? 50. So we haven't pulled any ultra rares yet. We'll have to see. Okay, we got another rare. Another rare here. Now obviously we are going to slowly start seeing some oh, there's our first ultra rank up Magic the 7th one, so that's out of there. So we now know that if we pull an Xyz, if we got an Xyz monster at the end, we know it's silent on our Ark. I just want that noted as well, that I've just noticed that. And then in terms of the effect monsters, there's 4, because there's 3 effect monsters, that it could potentially be. It'll either be a punk card, or it'll be a tachyon card, and then in terms of the extra deck, it'll either be a synchro or a seize. So yeah, we can basically afford another 1,000 gems. So that tops us up. We got a ray, and then we are slowly getting there, halfway through this one. Then I'll top up again. So there's another ray. Obviously, we're going to start just seeing rays. Yeah, so there's nothing in that set that was new at all, but we're slowly tackling it. I'm not surprised there. But yeah, now we've got another 1,000 gems that basically we can just immediately go into. And now I can use, again, just another 1,000, so we can bring this down even further. And I've gone into the wrong place again. So that would bring us to, I think, about 30? Yeah, so if we get another 20 packs, that'll get us to 30. That's pretty insane, to be fair. Let's see if we can get Silent Honor Ark in this next load. Okay, Silent Honor Ark. There we go. We got it. I don't need anything else from this set. We can save gems. That's absolutely fine with me. That is not a problem. I am happy with that. So that is good news for us. Nice. Silent Honor Ark. Perfect. So, immediately I'm going to go into my extra deck so we can at least add that to our deck. I'm going to replace, because we've got this Snow Dust Giant, which to be honest I don't really summon from the extra deck at all. Like, it mostly goes into Hope Wyvern Spider Shark. I recently got this one, the Shark Lancer, from a level up. But it would not only go into that one, it sometimes goes into Leviathan Dragon. Once I summon this, which was kind of cool, and then we've got Marincess and stuff that it also mostly goes into. So it's kind of like 4 monsters it pretty much goes into. But with Silent Honor Ark, I reckon that's another potential card that it could go into, which I think would be really cool. And then we're gonna look at see if we could build like a proper water deck, like a real shark deck. I think that'd be really solid. I would like to actually get rid of, I'm thinking of getting rid of Double Thin Shark, because this allows us to target a level 3 or lower, summon it in defense mode, and the effect's negated. So I might get rid of this for where was it? The other shark? There it is, Surfing Big Jaws. So, because it has 1,800 attack points, it can be used for any of the other things. It can be special summoned if a spell is activated this turn. So I can just activate, for example, Supply Squad and then special summon Big Jaws. You know, there's a lot more options there that I feel is really good. So yeah, I definitely feel that's just the better overall use. There was also I'm just gonna check. There was a card. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I can't remember if it was a featured super or I think it was a rush super. Ah, yes, yeah. It's this field spell. I still haven't pulled that yet, so that's fine. So we'll aim for that. But yeah, let's actually now test out my deck a little bit. Let's see what we can do with it, because obviously we gotta aim for the 2,000, which obviously this will not do in the auto duel. But let's give it a go. We'll get a couple games in just to show off our deck now that it's like full powered. Well, it's not necessarily full powered, but we'll say Surfing Big Jaws, so that's really good. Because now my com's really debating what we do. So we've got that, which gets that has its effects, so we can actually get into Abyss Shark. We can technically summon Abyss Shark if we wanted, and then Abyss Shark actually searches. So we've gone for Crystal Shark. We can technically bring cards back. We can also have his monster. Now obviously for this event you need Xyz monsters. which we can, I believe, technically do, because this acts as a level 3 or 4, so realistically what we can do is summon Yomi's ship and actually exceed. So we can either go into Nightmare Shark, which if this card is special summoned, you can handle a field. If I had one on the field, that would have been great, but I'll go for Leviathan Dragon. So we've got this and this. I'm surprised Leviathan Dragon never had a summoning animation. For the amount of times it was actually summoned, that actually blows my mind. So this can get over this, this can get over this, and then this is just going to smack him straight in the face for 75. So there we go. Because there's no point increasing its attack points because it loses materials. Mirror Force is good, so we'll set that. 1900 should get over. Oh, it was a 21! Ooh, that was a misplay on my part. Double Shark. Has a lot of defense. How did it get... Oh, V-Star Boy. Gotta remember, my guys are boosting his. Okay, so Mermaid Shark is looking to do something. Ah, Crystal Shark. So technically we can bottomless at this point. So, yeah. That's a shame. Because obviously now it means that we're not going to deal as much damage. Technically this can do quite a bit. There we go. But yeah, there's a lot of options here that we can do, which is really good. We'll Mirror Force, so now we get full board monsters. Here we go. Oh, and Power the Guardians. Perfect. Yeah, we'll just enter the battle phase, which now becomes 3,000, so that's 9,000 there. 63 there. 57 there. And then 37. So not quite enough for game, but yeah, it was good though. Has a lot more damage than we would normally do, so I'm really impressed with that. Okay, and we got 7th Tachyon as well, and that spell card. So we got so many options. I didn't even need anything else from the rest of the set. So if I'm pulling other gems, I'd like to go back to that other set where it had the Zodiacs in it and everything. I think that'd be really fun. Yeah, so we got that Crystal Shark, and then we're overlaying Aqua Jetting. 9,000 damage from the off is very nice. Obviously that lowers us to 1,500. Wall of Disruption destroys this card. We've got that, so we can go into our monster. We could have revived the monster from the graveyard, but we've chosen not to do that. That kind of salvage is really nasty actually, because now you can just use the effect again, which he's doing. Aquajet Surface brings all of them up. Saku though annihilates. We're going into Knee Star Boy and Mirror Force. Crystal Shark again halves our attack points, exceeding into something else. Mirror Force deals with that one. Then we've got Hammerhead, and then we're overlaying. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That was a nice amount of damage there, and we've dealt with Crystal Shark. We've ended the battle phase. 3,900 from a tin goldfish is crazy if you think about it. It's actually crazy. But yeah, if you can ever find... Oh, that's a nice card actually. The music one. I've got 5 copies of it, but that's a nice one at least. So he was a level 1,000 on that one raid. Oh, there we go, Crystal Shark. So I got another copy of Crystal Shark, but it's the other shark I'm needing. But I believe we can, if we need it, we can use our points for that one. Because we probably got enough points, maybe. Unless we have to duel so many times, and then we could pull it. But we'll do like maybe 2-3 more duels, because it's, you know, just to kind of show the deck and its potential. Because we have so many just options. It's just, oh, look at that, an Abyss Shark. Oh, look at those options. Absolutely crazy. We really could have done a whole lot more than that. There's way more options we could have done. Surfacing Big Jaws is like crazy, but we got Dimensional Prison as well. We got Mirror Force. Mirror Force I feel is going to be needed here in a sec. Because Silent Honor is coming in. Abyss Shock does so much damage. The first time it would just deal damage. So there you go, 78. That's crazy. I reckon the background would probably be a different color if it's a 2000, I reckon. Surfacing Big Jaws. What's crazy is that you can revive that. I don't think Aquajet's sequence is a card. I don't know. We've got Dimensional Prison, but we've got this, which halves. We've got another Abyss Shock, which searches. We can Exceed someone if we wanted. We can Link someone if we wanted. Oh, we've got to our rank 5. This is our newest card, Valiant. So that's actually really cool. So 48 damage there, 50 there, another 10,000 damage over there. He's summoning more cards. Desperately trying to lower our attack points. He's probably looking... Oh, he's not exceeding this time, but we've lowered their stats and destroyed a monster. New-Star Boy coming in. Now we don't have any Exceed materials, so if we can Exceed summon, which we are Exceed summoning, Silent Honor come in. And again, halving us again. Coming in with a 2800. That adds a card back to the extra deck. It looks like we're stealing materials. We're going in. So it still does a lot of damage. Obviously it ties. But there we go. Silent on Ark. Unlike the last video where I was like, our deck needs some improvements, we have got those said improvements. I really feel the deck is much better compared to when we first started this event. So much better. Another Crystal Shark. I would happily trade one of those for the other one. That would be really good. It's funny, like, I play a lot of these decks on Duel Links, and I'm like, I'd love to play that in real life, but I don't know how good they would be. Because this Shark deck is actually really fun. I really like the versatility of using 3s, 4s, or 5s. Aquarium set. You know what's crazy actually? This will be the highest an extra deck has been since they made the change to 15. The skill actually does that. That's bonkers. So we got 2 level 3s. We can go into a 4 if we wanted. We can go into a 5. Because we can search, lower attack points. We've activated a spell, I think, so we can special summon. And we got Crystal Shark! Oh, that is insane! I might even throw back in Shark Drake again. Because Shark Drake is insane. I just realized we're facing a 2000. We're actually facing a level 2000 this time. And we've got Wall of Disruption this time. Now, depending on what he goes for, he's gone for the Shark Drake. We just immediately destroyed it. And we're destroying more things. Oh my goodness. So much damage is coming in now. Woo! 7th Ascension. Didn't do anything though, so we're just immediately punching him in the face. There's the 7th one. 7th one is actually terrifying. And we just destroyed his card! Oh, he revived it and brought his life points back up. That is scary. What are we going to do in response? We are summoning... Oh my goodness, we've summoned our Honor Shark. He's revived again. Will he just not die? Maybe he's got some sort of once per turn weird effect there. But we are inflicting more damage this time. Here we come again. So there we go. We inflicted that. We managed to do quite a bit of damage, I would say, that time round. We'll see how much damage we did when we finish that one. His life points is insane. Could you imagine in real life? Like, imagine in TCG that was the life points, the amount of life points we'd have. I feel you need it for some games, but obviously with the timers these days, you'd be more just go into Exodia or something. or final countdown and just stall your way to victory. Okay, so what are we going to do to counter this maneuver? We have 1900 life points left, but we do have a whole lot of options here. We are going into our Spider Shark. We got a 1200. We can we could go into Silent Anger. We can, yep, we're going into Honor Shark, stealing the Honor Shark. That is so good. Oh my goodness. Dimensional Prison, get out of here with that. Yep. That was a pretty rubbish move, but I don't know why on earth we did any of that, but that was pretty terrible, but okay. Yeah, because we lost because of that one. What are you doing, Shark? We're barely at any life points. Okay, let's see if we did. Was that the 2000? I think it was. Yeah, oh my god, how much damage do they do? 400 damage. I gotta admit, I've done bad before. But we did like 27,850 damage. That is actually crazy. I'd love to get a really nice rarity of some of these, but there we go. And there we go. That's like 11,000. That's actually crazy. Didn't even get any bonuses on that one, but there we go. That was a level 2,100. Does that count for this one? Does that count? Yeah, it does. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. So we managed to inflict the damage, and we managed to do the boss raid. How awesome is that? We got all the stuff, baby. Now we just need to duel 2 more times, and we get like 50 on there, like 50 skill chronicle chips even. We gotta summon number 39 Utopia 7 times for the icon. Interesting. Okay, so we've also got to do that, so I'll figure a way of just getting just Utopia in there. Maybe we'll play Yuma a couple times. That won't be too difficult. In terms of the missions as well, we still got a few of these as well. So, because if I wanted to, not you, you're the wrong one. If I was to go to you, how many of those would we need? Oh, literally 100. So we can literally afford it. So I don't need you. Barry and Hope would be kind of interesting to pull, because we haven't even pulled a Barry and Hope yet. I'm hoping that we can. We'll probably get it in the commemorative reward. Oh look, Abyss Shark's even a commemorative reward, and that's even way before Abyss Shark for those. So we got loads and loads of time before we even get there, because I really want that. Obviously, if we can get Barry and Hope, that'd be good. I'd love to get the Nash stamp, maybe the icon, if we can get there. So, you know, there's definitely like some options. But anyways, I don't run out of time on this one, because there's basically what I talk about. I want to talk about the crazy skill, the fact that we're going to be using Nash in the event. Understandable. I think we're going to come up against a lot of mirror matches. In my opinion, I definitely think we're going to get a lot of mirror matches in the KC Cup. Maybe not initially in rookie ranks or anything like that. I think the further we go in, the more mirror matches we will see, because I definitely think this skill will be crazy. If what people will be probably most going for in the beginning is Dragoon, 100%, because Dragoon is a nice, easy super monster they can summon. My probably one card list thing will be Mirror Force. I think it's not great, but obviously because we're locked into Xyz monsters and stuff, unless there's a really powerful Xyz monster that I want to use, that is like debatable. Obviously I need to go into Silent Ark, but yeah, Shark Drake could be really good. I think we got a lot of potential, a lot of options, a lot of potential. So I'm really just looking forward to getting stuck in and doing it. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and to please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe for all that amazing goodness. And as always, putty on, peeps. Take care, guys. It was great to see you. We'll see you again in the next video. Bye!